What's up guys, it's Aaronitmar today with some more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news. And no, it's not that the delayed Direct has finally gotten a release date. Today we are talking about Snake's Codex, a feature which was not in Smash 4 because obviously Snake was not in the game. Recently in an interview, the voice behind Snake, David Hayter, said that he has not done any of the Snake Codex for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Snake's Codex were a secret taunt on the Shadow Moses Island stage in Brawl, in which Snake talked to different characters from the Metal Gear franchise about the different fighters that he was going up against in Super Smash Bros. This was a really cool Easter egg because previously we hadn't had one that expanded the entire roster. We did have a Starfox one on different Starfox stages back in Melee, and I think that's returned in both Brawl and Smash 4, but it was just single dialogue. It wasn't specific to the character that was playing, and it's a lot of people's favorite Easter egg. In Smash 4, we had the spiritual successor in Palutena's Guidance, which was basically Snake's Codex, except it took place on the Palutena's Temple stage and with Pit, and then a variety of Kid Icarus characters, and actually Chrom as well. So David Hayter, the voice for Snake, has said that he's not doing them, so this gives us a couple of different avenues that we can sort of take a discussion. The first is, of course, that he signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, which means that he's just not allowed to talk about it at all. He does mention that Nintendo might get mad that he said he hasn't done them, so that could be evidence to the contrary, but it is very possible that Nintendo's just said, hey, don't say anything. If someone asks you, just say you haven't done it. So that's very possible that he's simply just abiding by the NDA and he's just not allowed to say that he actually did do them. The second possibility is, of course, that Palutena's Guidance will be returning and it will be adapted for all of the returning and new characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, this would be a bit easier to pull off simply because Kid Icarus Uprising and Kid Icarus as a whole is a Nintendo franchise, so they wouldn't really need to get the rights to all of the different characters that would appear in the Easter egg like they would for Snake's Codex. There were a bunch of different characters that previously would not be in Smash Ultimate if the Codex aren't there, but now that the Codex would presumably be in the game, they would need to get the rights for all those characters as well. The third possibility is that a brand new Easter egg type deal of this variety is going to be in Smash Ultimate. Several people have brought up that the Squid Sisters could potentially have a conversation about the fighters while they are fighting, sort of like a TV commentary type situation. And so that would follow the pattern that a new one is introduced in every Smash game with different characters. Now, we've only had 2 games, so we don't know that this is really a pattern. The first one was Snake's Codex, and the second one was Palutena's Guidance, but we don't know that if Snake had been in Smash 4, that we would have had the Codex again. You see what I'm saying? We don't know that Palutena's Guidance wasn't created just because Snake was missing. So we don't know if there's going to be a different one for every game until we get Smash Ultimate in our hands. One counter I've seen to the Squid Sisters is that they really don't have any voice acting because they really just go wah, 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 wah. So it would be really difficult to keep track of the dialogue while you're actually playing the game. With Snake's Codex and Palutena's Guidance, both of these are fully voice acted, so you don't really need to read the dialogue. You can simply listen to it while you're still fighting. But the Squid Sisters, and everyone in Splatoon really, just make a bunch of like noise and you'd have to read the dialogue to know what they are saying, so it would be pretty difficult to keep track of this. And then of course the fourth possibility is that this kind of Easter egg just won't be returning for Smash Ultimate, but I do think that that is very unlikely. This seems to be something that is almost fun for the developers because it's an opportunity for them to sort of get creative with dialogue rather than just working monotonously on making sure models look good and making sure that stages are optimized and things like that. So this definitely does seem like something that will continue in Smash Ultimate. We just don't know in what capacity yet. We also have to consider that just because David Hayter hasn't done Snake's Codec dialogue yet doesn't mean it also couldn't happen in the future. Easter eggs like this are usually one of the last things to be done in a game. They want to make sure everything else is up to scratch first before they start focusing on the Easter eggs. And then I assume a couple of people are going to start working on that separate from the group. So it's very possible that he just hasn't been contacted yet. I mean, we still have 3 months till this game is out. Very, very possible for him to do all of the dialogue in that amount of time and have them implement it. But yeah, that is everything for this video. This is all the Smash news that I've got to talk about today. We are really in a dry spell for Smash news. I mean, with the Direct being delayed, everybody is just dying for more news. It's maddening almost. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Snake's Codex are returning? Do you think Palutena's Guidance is returning? Or do you think that we're getting a brand new third successor to this sort of dialogue Easter egg in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? And if you do think that we are getting a successor, I'd love to know who you think it is. Do you think it's the Squid Sisters? Do you think it's Callie and Marie? That was another pair that I saw. Or do you think it's something completely different? I would love to know down in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys back here for another Smash Ultimate video. Peace out and have an awesome day.